Hi, I'm Plabita. I'm a performer and an artist. And I'm really glad to be talking to all of you, the youth who can actually bring about changes. So I'm going to talk about my journey, my struggles, and how I overcame some of it. And I hope it inspires at least some of you, if not all of you. So I come from Assam and I'm born and raised in the small town called Duliajan. And ever since I remember myself, ever since I was a kid, I was a child, I was always really interested in being a performer of any kind. Like I like to sing, dance, act. Um, well, think about all the guests that came and probably unwillingly had to sit down and watch me perform, because that's what I did to everybody who came home. I was like, please sit down, watch me perform. But you know, there's something that I really found in being a performer, which till today I think what inspired me actually is the fact that I could emote and I could express in so many different ways. When I'm singing, it's some form of expression of a lot of emotions. So there are various emotions which can be expressed in different ways. So when I'm acting, and right now as I'm working, I'm also like playing different characters, trying making an attempt to see things through somebody else's perspective. And I think that is something that really excites me about being a performer and has been since I was a child. So I used to take part in all sorts of events, competitions. Of course, I didn't win all of them or most of them, but I was always ready to take part in all sorts of singing, dancing, acting competitions. So that was school life. Now after school life, I came to Mumbai to finish my graduation, and I enrolled myself in Jai Hind College for philosophy and psychology. But throughout these 3 years of graduation, all I actually did was take part in all kind of college fests, small, big, and I always found myself singing or acting or dancing, like these. And then after the third year, when I realized everyone else already knows what to do next, and I had no clue. I mean, they all knew that okay, after this I want to study this, or I want to join some institute or do what. I didn't know. But one thing I knew, that if there's anything that interests me, it is to be a performer. And then I was like, okay, let me try acting. And I joined. I did a diploma course at Barry John Acting Studio, and I really had a good time. I enjoyed. And then thankfully my sisters also lived in Mumbai and are from the industry, so they helped me out with just one actor coordinator who they could trust. So I was like, okay, let me try with one. Usually there are so many. I tried. I started giving auditions for mainly ad films at that time. So I started giving auditions for ad films, and slowly, as I started performing well in those auditions, a lot of other casting directors started calling me. But there is one thing I realized, that I didn't start perfect. I'm not perfect now. I was not a great actor, and I don't think I am now. But I saw myself grow with each and every new project that I was growing. So I feel that as long as there's growth, I mean, I'm in the right path, right? I mean, it has to be. So after that, I thought, yeah, life is great. It's a party. I'm shooting once in a while, getting paid for it, and then I'm chilling with my friends, having fun. But I didn't really I never thought of where I see myself in the future. So I still don't. I just believe in going with the flow. That's what my name means also. Plabita means to go with the flow. I believe in going with the flow and see where it leads me. And so then I happened to audition for Lipstick Under My Burkha. And when I started preparing for that role, I mean, I was really, really happy, and I completely was grateful that I got through the part. I mean, got through the audition and I had the part. So while preparing for Lipstick is when I actually understood that how much I was drawn into it. I realized that is when I probably realized what passion is, because that's the first time I saw myself working so hard like I never had done for any of the exams, be it board exams, be it anything, nothing. The way I worked towards it, because it was so nice. It was the first long project I was doing where there was actually scope for performance. So I really wanted to give it my best shot, and I wanted to do my best and work hard towards it. Even my parents were surprised to see me working so hard because they had never seen me like that. So, and then I realized then I understood what passion is. And I think that is why I really very strongly believe that it is not necessary to really know what you want to do. A lot of you might be still confused about what exactly you want to do in life, where do you want to be headed. So I think it's really okay to be a little clueless, because you will eventually find your passion, you will eventually find your calling. And that's what I felt it was my calling. And after that, after I shot for Lipstick, I was very excited, because I was like, wow, like this is what I want to do now, this is all I want to do now. I'm like, forget ad films, I want to actually do good roles, good characters, play different kind of people, enjoy, have fun. And then came the struggle period. Then what happened is, I assumed that, oh, now I've done one film as a lead, so obviously life is going to be easy, right? But no, that film took 3 years to release. So in those 3 years, somehow nothing was working out. And because nothing was working, I mean, it went on a little slower path where I didn't have a lot of work. And because I didn't have a lot of work, I somehow started to feel that some kind of, like, all the positivity in me that I usually have has transformed to stress. Now I'm a stressed out person suddenly, and because of that, even my auditions were not going well, because I was all in my own head throughout. So if I'm so absorbed in my own self, about my own life, how do you expect me to go to an audition and become somebody else and perform, because all my thoughts are still running in the back of my head. And then it went on like that for a while. I started feeling low, and suddenly one day I had an epiphany. I woke up and I was like, I'm not going to sit at home and cry about it, or like be stressed about things. That's not me. I'm a fighter. If this doesn't happen, I'll do something else. And then I sat and started making music. And I feel just generally, because my whole positive being was back. I was back into being the person who I actually am. Somehow, this is also something I believe, that I feel that the energy that you give out to the universe, it gives it back to you. My auditions started getting better, and I got a new film. I got busy with that, and Lipstick also released. Well, now you feel probably that my life is great, hunky-dory. No. What I thought was, wow, my film as one of the main leads has released. Now what? Ab kya hai? All I will have to do is just sign one film and after the other, and then the next one. Well, no. It doesn't happen like that. I don't think success comes overnight. I waited. I was working on a few projects, but not something I really wanted to do. And then I realized that, okay, it doesn't happen like that. You have to just keep working and going forward and growing. And that is what it is all about. And while trying to figure this out and come to this point, I also had a lot of anxiety issues right after Lipstick released, because I felt that I am given this great opportunity and I must make my most and utilize it the best way I can. and I tried to become this person, tried to become a go-getter. You know, there are a lot of us, a lot of you, who are go-getters, who are really good at working like that, say under pressure, or really always thinking about work, and I want to do something, I want to go somewhere, I want to like reach somewhere, have a vision. But I am not that person. So I was really trying hard to be somebody I'm not, and it used to make me very anxious because I was not myself. And then I realized that, okay, you know, everybody is different. Just because my somebody I work with or people around me are go-getters does not mean I have to be one. And that again does not mean I don't have to work hard. Of course I feel that I do have to work hard. So actually this has been my journey so far, and life has been flowing in a smooth way since then, touch wood. And one thing I would like to say is, coming to the theme, that so many people who are talented, so many people who are hardworking, what can make you stand out? I still believe success cannot happen overnight, but to stand out, one important thing is to pick and choose to do what you really enjoy, to pick and choose something that you will never get bored of. You will get tired, you will get exhausted working on it, you will probably even some days complain about so much work, but you will never get bored. That I think is very important, to choose something that you will never ever get bored of doing. And then, like I said, you might find that something even late in life, but till now, I mean until now, whatever really interests you, go in that direction, because there can only be growth. Because if something interests you so much, if something keeps you so happy doing, so then you will always just want to grow and learn more. And I believe we are learning and growing until we die. So I feel that is very important, to pick something that you want to do and to be really true to who you are, true to yourself, and also understand that there is no perfect or right time for anything. Everyone is different, everyone has different ways to do things, and everyone, I mean, there's no point thinking that person is doing this and, you know, I want to get there. You will get there whenever you should. And I think the most important part is to work hard. That if you don't do, if I don't do, I don't think I'll be anywhere. So these are few things I have learned in my journey, and I'm sharing with you all. I really hope it helps. And thank you again for having me.